Your before and after, okay? I would say left-hand side of that pot is a little bit more round. That was a little bit better. It's not going to just only go boom to be perfect, but again, being the taller we are, the more that posture is going to be an issue to get right, okay? So making sure we tilt from the hips, leaning forward, get your arms hanging down. So you're just relaxed over the ball. You don't want to be stretching for the ball. Anytime you think you're reaching for the ball, you're too far from it, okay? Now then, if we look at the club going back as you had before, this was your club, there, halfway back there, where the club itself, this outside part of the club, that line on the club, there's the toe of the club. So your toe was pointing beyond like that. That's the toe of your golf club there. So you see your left wrist now kind of bowing underneath this sort of position here now. And that's going to get the golf club to the top of the backswing in what we call a very closed position. The club face now is pointing up to the sky. So what we're going to try and do now is work on this to get the club to here. The toe is up, okay? That is your backswing check, okay, or takeaway check, okay? Then you come back to the golf ball. And then when you actually hit this golf ball here now without the sort of takeaway, just a full backswing, okay? The club went back here now. We go to that same position. A little bit, I can find a spot with this a bit clear. Yeah, that's fine. So that club there, it's not a question of being behind here and this, it's more where the club face is pointing. You're going to be a bit behind the ball, that's fine. But your club angle now is a lot square. More at the top of the backswing. When you get to here, if you look at those two club faces, you see the difference there? So this club now is flat, pointing up to the sky. This one now is in a more square position, pointing in that direction, okay? So when you came back to the golf ball, that's what you wanted. This one on the right is a much better position, okay? It's more in line with your forearm and your left arm here. So that there is basically a perfect club face. Now what will happen is you're going to swing the golf club, as you'll see in this thing here, to try and out to the right. So your club now, you're coming into here, okay, your club's coming in that direction. So you're hitting the ball over there, which is why your club bottoms out early, okay? And again, that's something we're going to look at obviously in more detail obviously going forward, okay? But as you come in the goal and hit the ground behind the ball, so you're, exactly, it's got to come round, as if you're throwing a rugby ball, you wouldn't throw a rugby ball to you by going out there. But a rugby ball is not going to hook 50 yards left of target, is it? When a golf ball is spinning like this, you're going to do something to try and hit the ball somewhere in that direction, which involved you doing that with the body and throwing your arm this way. Like I said, even though you feel the shot's obviously going to be, the contact's not as good, it's the same consistent shot in the same direction. So if you can get basically dialed in with this position here now, and I would say if you could do it, again, it's discipline to do this, obviously, you haven't got time to practice, but if you said, okay, once or twice a day for a minute or two, keep hold that golf club. When the kettle, go in the kitchen, put the kettle on, start with a golf club, do that. Lewis will love it as well, and they'll be just thinking, go, look at Daddy, do it, and they'll just be taking the mick. But again, it's just getting the feeling of how this club goes back. Once you build this part of the jigsaw, so it becomes muscle memory, then you can start making a, and then probably I'll say next session, we'll look at maybe a couple of weeks' time, we can get your body swinging more this way. As long as that club face is square, the ball then can start going towards target. Make sense?
Yeah, I think
good.